Hello, 5th grade. It is Miss Waschek, and here is your little birch tree worksheet for the second 9 weeks 5th grade memory song. This is the same song we've been singing this whole quarter. It reviews dotted quarter eighth and teaches us low T. So here is where we will be putting our notes on these staves. And to help us get set up, these dashes represent the steady beat of the song. So you can watch me track, or you can track with your pencil on your own paper. I want us to keep track of the steady beat from beginning to end while we sing. Here we go. See the... Oh, I'm going to slow us down actually. Ready, sing. See the lovely birch in the meadow. Curly leaves all dancing when the wind blows. Loo-lee-loo, when the wind blows. Loo-lee-loo, when the wind blows. You should have exactly enough steady beats for the song. Now let's switch it to the rhythm. The text of the song, the words, the lyrics, are written in a way that shows you the syllables of the song. So, if I cover everything else up, on this very first beat are the words see the. That's giving us a clue to the rhythm, 2 sounds on 1 beat. Notice how the word lovely has a hyphen in it. It breaks up the syllables. Lovely, 2 syllables. Birch, 1 sound, 1 beat. In the meadow. These separate meadow over 2 beats. 1, 2. Same thing here. This loo in loo-lee lasts so long into the next beat. So that's what those dashes mean. It gives you the length or how the syllables are broken up. So let's use our pencil to keep track of the words, which should match the rhythm of the song. Here we sing, see the lovely birch in the meadow, curly leaves all dancing when the wind blows. Loo-lee-loo, when the wind blows. Loo-lee-loo, when the wind blows. So down here is the word rhythm. That's where we're going to draw the rhythms from our rhythm bank. Here, of course, is a ta. You do not have to write this. This is just for you to look at. There's ta. T-T. Here's 1 T. Here's the other T. I know it's difficult to see with the pencil over the gray picture. Here is the dotted quarter eighth. Dotted quarter eighth. Here's the quarter note. Here's the dot. That's what makes it dotted quarter. And here's an eighth note. Notice the little flag here. So notice how they're boxed together. That's because it's a 2-beat rhythm. 1 beat, 2 beat. It has to go together. We can't separate it. It's like a pair, a set. So when we see this in music, we call it tom-T. Loo-lee, tom-T. So let's go ahead with the rhythm. See the 2 sounds, 1 beat, so we put a T-T. Another. 1 sound, 1 beat, ta. Another T-T. Meadow, ta, ta. You don't have to go as fast as I do. So I draw the quarter note, the ta, I add the dot, and I put the 8th note over there by the lee. Loo-lee, tom-tee. If you're nervous about drawing these, use this to trace. You know, like when you're little and you're learning how to write, trace, and it will help give your hand practice what to do. Another dotted 1/4-8. The dot does have to be there. The flag does have to be there. So now let's sing the rhythm with the T's and ta's. Here we go. Tee, 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 ta, tee, tee, ta, ta. Tee, 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 ta, ta. Tom, tee, ta, tee, tee, ta, ta. Tom, tee, ta, tee, tee, ta, ta. Now let's do the solfege. The solfege is the word for our music sounds. La, ti, do, re, mi, so. You don't have to write this down. I'm just going to write it for you to watch, for you to look at. So we know that these are numbers, right? Those are all called numbers. We know that these are letters. We call those letters. Do, re, mi, so, la, all those. That's called solfege. Solfege. So when you see solfege, this is what we're talking about. Those sounds. So the first solfege of our song is mi, me's. So 2 me's go on the first beat. T, T, me, me. So I have to fit 2 M's. Me, me on that first beat. Again, you don't have to go as fast as I am. You can pause this video to copy when I'm finished. Mi, 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 re, do, do, ti, la. Now this T has to have the comma. This la has to have the comma. If there are no commas, it will be counted incorrect because this is a low T and a low la. I curve my L's so that it doesn't look like a ta, so that it's not confusing when you're copying. Mi, mi, so, mi, re, re, do, do, ti with a comma, la with a comma, ti, do, re, do, ti, la, ti, do, re, do, ti, oopsie, la. So let's sing it all together with the solfege. Here we go. Mi, 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 re, do, ti, la. Mi, mi, so, mi, re, do, ti, la. Ti, do, re, do, ti, la. Ti, do, re, do, ti, la. In the version that I use, often there's a special mi right here that adds a little bit of flourish to the last sounds. So it would sound like this. Loo-lee-loo, when the wind blows, ti, do, re, mi, do, ti, la. So some of you who are used to me singing this might remember that mi, and that's okay. So now it's time to put the actual notes on the staff. So your solfege has to be correct, your rhythms have to be correct, and you might be thinking to yourself, she just gave us all the answers. Well, sort of. I'm not testing how well you have this memorized. So I don't mind that you might be copying from the page. That's fine. What I'm assessing, what I need to see from you is if you know how to put the notes on the lines and spaces. And so that's what we're going to talk about right now. Our first sounds are me. So you look at your key, whoop, M for me. So here's a picture of me. Me goes on a space or a line. Well, it's a space, and we know that because it is in the space between the lines. And which space is it? 1, 2, 3, or 4? 1, 2. It's on the second space. So when we go to draw it on the staff, it should be stacked up in this area where my eraser is, so that the notes on the staff line up with the solfege, the beat, the rhythm, and the words. It's like we're making a little column. So we'll in this area put our me's. 1, 2, second space, draw a circle, color it in. Here's another me, so we line it up, find that second space again, color it in, add stems. Now in this rhythm it's a TT, it's connected on top. So we must connect ours on top as well. 2 more mimis. Okay. Same space, but remember we are lining it up in this second beats area. We're not smushing all the notes together, and we're not spreading them all apart. They each have their own area for each steady beat of the song. That's where you will write it. So our first measure goes me, 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 re. So now we have a different kind of note. So it's going to go a different part of the staff. So we find where re is. R for re. Is re on a line or a space? It's on a line. We know this because the line is cutting through the note. It's on a line. Which line is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? It's on the second one. 1, 2. So we find this area. 1, 2. Draw a circle on the second line. Add a stem. Now, this is a ta. There's no flag, there's no dot, there's no beam. So we leave this by itself, a ta. Notice if I cover up the note heads and I have the rhythm left over, it matches. T, 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 ta. T, 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 ta. If I cover up the stems, me, 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 re. Me to re is just one step away from each other. And then down to do. Do, let's find it on our key. Do is here. Line or space. Space, which space? 1, 2, 3, or 4? 1. So we go to our area. That's where our do's are going to go. First space. There's 2 do's, so we make 2 notes. This rhythm is a TT, so we make these notes a TT. Now low T. Low T, notice the comma is here, and my comma is here. First line. Line it up. Whoop, first line. La is off the staff. It is 1 space below the staff. They've left a gap here to show you that it's underneath the staff, but you can connect it to the bottom one like this. So you let it hang off that bottom line in the space below the staff. Now, just to give you a picture of what this dotted quarter eighth will look like, we find the T, which is the first line of the staff, draw the note, add a stem. The dot, whoop, is there. Not big enough to be another note, but not small enough to be confused if maybe it's just a speck from your pencil. somewhere in between, a medium-sized dot. The do, so we go from low T up a step to our first space, which is do. Add a stem. Well, this rhythm has a flag. We have to make it an eighth note. Add a flag. That's what that will look like. So now the rest is up to you. Low La is on the space below the staff. Low T, first line. Do, first space. Re, second line. Mi, second space. So, third space. If it is helpful to you, you can number the lines and spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lines, or 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces, if that's helpful. Same thing up here. I'll put the spaces here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the lines on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Ideally, you'll just start to look at the staff and not have to count anymore, but you are allowed to count if that will help you. So you can pause this so that you can keep looking at it, or just do it on your own, just keep going. But I'm going to stop the recording. You have to put your notes in the staff for the whole rest of the song. Not just the examples I showed you. You have to fill in the staff by yourself for that part of the song. That's the test. Can you find the correct lines and spaces for our notes? Okay, I'm going to stop the recording now.